You're in the middle of a heated conversation. The energy is tense. You feel your pulse rising. Someone's voice cuts sharp through the air, challenging you, mocking your opinion. And then, that burning urge to defend yourself, to snap back, to prove them wrong. But what if you didn't? What if true strength wasn't in how you respond, but in whether you respond at all? We live in a world that rewards loud voices, hot takes, and the appearance of certainty. But what if the most powerful move you can make is to say nothing? Throughout history, great minds have mastered this art, not by shouting but by choosing silence as a strategy. They knew what most people still don't understand. The moment you're triggered, you've handed away control. And the moment you're desperate to be right, you've already lost something far more important: your composure. Let's explore why silence isn't weakness, it's mastery. Why we fight to be right. Most arguments are not about truth, they're about identity. We defend ideas not because they're logical, but because they're ours. We're not protecting a thought, we're protecting our sense of self. And when someone disagrees with us, especially publicly, it feels like a threat. The mind goes into survival mode. Suddenly, it's not a discussion, it's a duel, and every word becomes a weapon. But here's the twist. Fighting to be right doesn't make you strong, it just makes you loud. The illusion of verbal power. You see it all the time. People win arguments, but lose respect. They dominate the room, but leave behind tension, resentment, and ego bruises. Verbal victory is cheap. What matters is not how many points you make, but whether your presence changes the energy of the space you're in. And the quietest people often shift the most. Strategic silence, the forgotten skill. Silence is often mistaken for weakness, but in truth it's a weapon of precision. When used deliberately, silence does a few things. It creates discomfort. People are used to noise. When you say nothing, they start to question themselves. It reveals motives. The longer you wait, the more others expose what's really driving them. It gives you power. You become the one who controls the tempo, not the one reacting to it. It's the difference between playing chess and just swinging wildly in the dark. Three silent thinkers who mastered control. Let's meet three figures who made silence their strategy and changed the world without shouting. 1. Lao Tzu, the wisdom of the unspoken. The ancient Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu rarely preached or debated. Instead, he observed. And then he wrote the Tao Te Ching, a quiet, poetic book about nature, flow, and detachment. He taught that he who knows does not speak, and he who speaks does not know. Lao Tzu understood that words are like water. Too many and they flood, just enough, and they nourish. 2. Leonardo da Vinci. Quiet genius. Leonardo wasn't loud. He didn't argue with critics or rush to defend his theories. He built, he drew, he experimented, often in silence. When others doubted him, he didn't retaliate. He just let time prove him right. His notebooks speak louder than most manifestos. 3. Nelson Mandela. Silence as strength. Mandela spent 27 years in prison, and when he emerged, the world expected anger, vengeance, noise. But instead, he spoke calmly, with measured restraint, not because he lacked passion, but because he had learned something deeper. Lead from the back and let others believe they are in front. His silence had become his strength, and that strength led to unity where others only saw conflict. The common thread: power without noise. So what do these thinkers share? They understood this. Silence doesn't mean surrender. It means you've stopped reacting and started leading. The next time you feel the pull to speak, ask yourself, is this about truth or about ego? Is this a reaction or a decision? Because the most powerful person in the room isn't the one who says the most,